Hello friends, this video, do not adjust your screens, is supposed to be black. I am creating this video to talk to you about PIPA and SOPA, the bills that are in front of the Senate to basically address crimes of internet piracy. And this would be things where if you use an image you don't have rights to, or if you have music you don't have rights to, or if you have, even show a video on your website that video contains stuff that you don't have rights to. Basically, Congress could come through and shut your website down. And I just think that this is ridiculous. Obviously, I Wear Your Shirt, we use a lot of content that is not necessarily our own, but we're doing it for entertainment purposes. Yes, we get paid to do an advertising service for companies, but, the content that we create, the majority of it is coming from us. We're creating this content. We're using images to support that content, but in no way, shape, or form are we trying to steal anything. If we use any music that's not ours, we're not making any money specifically off of these videos just because of that music. And I think that there's such a fine line that we walk on the internet where we're using content, and the music industry thinks that any type of use of that music should have royalties going back to the artist, and I think that just giving that artist exposure is helping, and that's my personal opinion. And there's a lot of other things going on with this, and there's just so many little nuances that this bill could shut your website down for that you probably wouldn't even know in using any content. So do your part today. I've signed a petition through Google. There are links in the description. There are a lot of websites that are getting behind this. Obviously Google is getting behind it, BuzzFeed's getting behind it, Wikipedia, the Oatmeal has a really funny cartoon that well explains what's going on, Reddit, tons of other websites are getting behind it. So do something, even if it's just blacking out your profile, even if it's putting up a status on Facebook, or a tweet out there on Twitter. Whatever you can do, get behind it. These bills, I think, are just completely idiotic, and we don't want them to pass. So thanks for listening. Hope you made it this far. Stop SOPA.